Hello and welcome to Stuttgart CMT Trade Fair. We have here the 2020 range from Carado motorhomes. It's a German brand manufactured in Neustadt in Saxon, near the Polish border and Czech border for that matter, but very close to the Czech border, only 2 kilometers from the Czech border. It's a comparatively new brand built in a former tractor factory from East Germany, and this is the most modern motorhome and campervan factory in the world. So, having said the good bits, now let's start seeing the bad bits, that is to say the vans themselves. So, something like this, you're looking at €40,000 for a 540 centimeter van. Now I'm going to try and give you a quick overview. I'm going to try and keep this to under 12 minutes. So if you see anything you like, you've got to actually ask for it later. The problem I've got, of course, is that there's plenty of people hanging around, which gives me very little scope for going into more detail with the vans. The trouble is, I've either got a situation, I've got lots of people hanging around, or I've got copyright music which is coming over the top. So I'm sort of stuck. Right, so we've got integrated 338. I'm going to show you this V601 because nobody seems to be in it, which will give a bit of an overview. This thing here is going to cost €43,500. It's a 6-meter camper van based on the Fiat Ducato, so it's going to be 205 centimeters on the outside, and it's going to be just under 2 meters in the inside. Now what this has got, which is a bit unusual here, and I think worthy of pointing out, we've got here a fridge here. Now the fridge has to go here because there's not enough room in the gangway, but that means you've got this countertop large kitchen, I would say, for a camper van. These things are the same in just about every camper van you will find. Just about, I say. What is not just about the same is this, the idea of having a bunk beds in the back. So you're trying to pack people in to a small van. Well, if you've got kids, then you mightn't have much choice. The thing is, if you've got kids, what I strongly recommend, and this is a person who did used to work with finance, I would suggest you actually rent it. I mean, it's really daft tying down so much money when you've only got one income, in my opinion, unless you're particularly well off. Quite a large wet room, but it does have a bit of a problem down here. The wall doesn't come up. And now there is a shower curtain, and there it is, and there's a rail for it, but to be quite honest, I wouldn't fancy something like that myself for that reason. It's going to get wet, water's going to go down the back, so there's that problem. Right, so you've got all this bed space at the back. One thing that I find so amazing is that people sort of think that we've got a table that size. Okay, admittedly that table is bigger than many of the tables in many vans, but at the same time you want to get 4 people around that. You've got an extension for the person who's sitting in the passenger side, but it's not particularly large. Anyway, let's go on to another van. Okay, here we have an integrated one. It's integrated because it is using the, you see how it's built at the front here. So it's got the company's actually stuck this bit here on the front rather than that one in front. It's what's called semi-integrated. The difference between the semi-integrated integrated is usually around €15,000. And as you can see, it's T means semi in teal, it's semi in German. So T means semi-integrated as a rule, 338, and that's integrated 338. So what you've got at the front is going to be a bit different, but at the back it's going to be more or less the same. Right, and so here I447, I449, again integrated vans. We use a small semi, so we'll get in this one. This one here's got a side bed and costs 46,000. 6-meter van. I'll stick the thing on the corner so you can see. So what that looks like. Okay, this one he's got a queen bed. It costs €64,000. I mean, the prices don't mean anything because it's just really bit funny money. It depends what the equipment you've got in there. Right, see, from the integrated, you've got this huge panoramic roof. You've got that big bit at the front, but you've got harder access to the engine. In this case, you've got a bed up here above the front. Quite a lot of room though, isn't there? I mean, can't really complain too much at the amount of room. Yeah, a bed, and okay, the shower's here, and so you've got this ductboard here which sort of blends in. That's necessary, so you've got space to get past on the bed. Another feature of this type of van is that you can actually close the door here like that, and it's a bit separate and private. Should you not want to demonstrate whatever you're doing in the toilet to whoever's in the bed, you have here a curtain. And some vans have wood. It's not wood, it looks like wood, it's actually composite or it's laminate or something like that. But I think that this is better. It doesn't rattle as wood does in cheap vans, and it's lighter. So we'll turn around here, not to film anyone. Show you. And come out and see what else is. I mean, obviously people have paid money to come in here, so they want to get the money's worth. So I don't expect them to hang around too much for me. Well, they'd be nice and polite and let me through, of course. Okay, integrated 447 camper van, motorhome. And this thing here, it's got a what I call a German bed at the back. It costs 69,000 euros and is 741 centimeters in length. So you've got two beds here at the back. You've also got this feature I mentioned earlier of being able to close off the door here, which I shall demonstrate now. So you can close the door off should you want, and there is your curtain. You've got below me there are on one side there is the what do you call it in English? The wardrobe, and on the other side you've got some more storage and access to the boiler. So I'll open this up now. Oh, and the bed comes down as well. So you see the bed coming up and down. Good. Forgotten where I was. Okay. I'm not supposed to move the bed, but I'll let the gentleman do it, seeing as he knew what he was doing. People ask me to put the beds down in videos, but I'm unwilling to do it. First of all, I can't do it with just one hand, but I'm unwilling to do it as you're not supposed to do it. And I don't really want to annoy the manufacturers by doing things like that. T448 is a camper van, V337. Let's go into this thing here, which will cost 57,000 euros. In this case, as it's semi-integrated, you've got a bed up there. And some people making bed at the back, so I'll let them get on with it. Alright, V132. Right, 6-meter van, semi-integrated. So I've got 3 camper vans down here, so I'm going to look at them in out of order. Yeah, 45,500 euros. This one, there's a view from the back here. You can see how much stuff you can store down there should you want to carry it. So you should want to carry anything in it. 45,159. Similar layout to the first ones we actually saw, only this one's got an enormous bed in the back. But once more, it's got this awful bathroom. Oh, somebody asked me, is there a wardrobe? No, sorry, it wasn't this van there. Somebody asked me another van, is there a wardrobe? I forgot about that one down there. Anyway, good. So, I think this is actually going to be the end of this quick walk around the Carado stand. That's giving you some ideas of the vans, even if you didn't see them all. If you want anything in more detail, you really must write it down below, and I'll try and do it at a later date. So, there you go, Carado from Neustadt in Sachsen, and I'm in Stuttgart. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe please.